Training your dog can be super overwhelming and confusing, but don't worry, I'm here to help you. My name's Shanae, welcome to my channel, and I'm going to show you a really simple guide when it comes to dog training. A few things you're going to need to know. You're going to need a marker cue and a termination cue. So what are they? So a marker cue is yes. Yes, that's the exact behavior I want you to do. So for example, you're walking your dog and then they turn around and look at you. You mark that with yes. Then you're going to need a termination cue. So that is free, release, or play. So that tells the dogs you must do that behavior that I ask you to do until you release them. So for example, you ask your dog to sit. They have to stay in that position until you release them. And I'm going to show you how to do that.
I've got Ross here with me today, and he's going to teach you how to use the marker cue yes. So all I'm going to say is yes, wait 1 to 2 seconds, and then I'm going to give them the treat. And always make sure they're making eye contact with you. So get their attention. Yes, treat. Yes, treat. And you do this 5 times. Yes, treat. Yes, yes, yes. See how he was kind of getting distracted, but as soon as I said yes, he looked at me. And that's what we want them to understand, that yes equals treat, equals reward, equals good things.
Things I want you to remember. With the marker cue, yes, make sure every time you say that, you reward your dog. So you have to be in a position to reward them. Because what happens if you stop rewarding them, then the yes loses its value, and then it means nothing to the dog. So make sure every time you say yes, you're in the position to reward them, and try not to overuse it as well. Only use it when that's the exact behavior you want them to do. So I'm going to show you how to use the termination cue while doing basic obedience, because that's how you use the termination cue. So if you ask your dog to sit, it's like an instant stay. They have to stay in that position until you release them. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So my dog Layla's here somewhere. We use the command release with her, so that's the word we're going to be using. So the termination cue will look like this. Layla, sit. And now that she's looking at me, give me eye contact, release. So I'm only ever going to release her when she looks at me. And then also it's like the same with the heel. So Layla, heel. Now the heel's different. You don't technically have to release her when she's looking at you. She just has to stay in that heel position, means she can't sniff anything or do anything but walk by your side. And then when I say release, she can do whatever she wants now. So you technically don't have to give her the treat for that, because the reward would be she can walk around, sniff, and do what she wants. And then it would be the same with the drop. So Layla, drop. And then when she looks at me, release. Good girls. You can start using the termination cue with everything you do with your dog. For example, you're about to walk out the front door, you ask your dog to wait, and then you release them, and then we walk through the front door, jumping in and out of the car, crossing the road. It becomes so simple and it just becomes a habit, and you won't even realize that you're starting to do it. So, but make sure every time you ask your dog to do something, they must stay in that position until you release them. But we can't expect them to stay in that position for a long amount of time until we train them. So next time you ask your dog to sit, make them sit for 3 seconds and then release them. And then the next time you ask them for that again, you're going to wait, give them 5 seconds and then release them. So you can slowly leave them in that position longer and longer each time. And then they'll eventually start to realize that they have to stay in that position until you release them. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up for me. Hit subscribe down below if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next dog training videos.